Hi everybody, this is Crystal. So today I'm going to show you how to make these spiral, this is a spiral granny, which I'm going to use for something else actually. And then it's the same thing. I'm going to show you how to make it round instead of square too, and then put an edging on it in case you want to use it for a coaster or something. Make sure, I think I mentioned already, but make sure you use cotton if you're going to use it for a coaster, either one of these two. But it's actually pretty easy to do the spiral. So I'm going to show you how to square it off like this, and I'm also going to show you how to make it round like this. So let's go ahead and get started on it. Okay, for this project, for the spirals, you want to use, it's just easier to use whatever colors that you choose. You don't have to use these Christmas colors. You can use whatever 4 colors that you choose. But if you do use, I make mine a 2-colored spiral, kind of like that. So it's just easier to use two skeins of each color, because these start to get pretty tangly when you start using them. So if you try to use one from the center pull and one from the outside, it's real hard. I tried it, so it's just easier to use two. But remember, you can use any 4 different colors that you want. You don't have to just use these Christmas colors. But I'm actually going to do something with mine. So I'm using Caron Simply Soft, which is just 100% 4-ply acrylic. You don't have to use this. I would suggest that if you're making these for coasters or for something like that, that you use cotton. I'm actually going to use mine for a baby dress probably, but I just want to show you how to make the squares real quick in case you wanted to make them for something else. So we'll go ahead and get started. I'm also using a size H, which is a 5mm crochet hook. Now you can use a bigger hook, it's not going to matter, it's just going to make your project a little bit bigger than mine. So what you want to do to start off, it just gets a little bit, the hardest part is the first ring and keeping the yarn untangled. But you want to start off with a slip knot on your hook with your first color here. Now like I said, you don't have to use these colors. You can use any 4 colors that you choose. Okay, we're going to start off with a chain 4, and then we're going to slip stitch into the first to form a ring. Just like that. Now we're going to chain 1. Now we're going to go back through the ring and we're going to work 1 single crochet. That chain 1 we did does not count as anything. So we're going to do 1 single crochet, and then we're going to do 1 half double crochet through the ring, and then 2 doubles through the ring. So there's 1 and 2. Now what we're going to do, we're not going to clip this yarn. We're going to pull it real tall so it doesn't come undone, and we're going to start a new color. So I'm going to pull my red in now. And to start it, all I do, this probably isn't the correct way to start yarn, but this is always how I do it. I just pull it through, and then I chain 1, and then I hold this real tight, and I sew it in, or use the tail, sew the tail in as I'm crocheting. So I chain 1. Now I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to do a single crochet, 1 half double crochet, and then 2 double crochets. So there's 1 and 2. And now what I'm going to do is pull my yarn out again so it doesn't, I don't lose it. And then I'm going to slide this over a bit, and then you can pull this tail and that'll close up that center circle just a bit, but you still want to leave it open because we got to put 2 more of these through there. So I'm going to start with my next white here. So I'm going to take this white and I'm going to pull it, start it here in the ring. See, this is the hardest part because you get so many strings and it gets kind of confusing. But go ahead and pull it through and chain 1. Now I take that and I hold it really tight, that way I can sew it in or crochet it in as I go. I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to do through the center of the ring 1 single, 1 half double, and then 2 doubles. Pull it out real far, and you can see my old tangly mess. I apologize, but there's really no way of getting around that. Now I'm going to pull my last color through, my other red, and I'm going to start it the same way through the center of the ring. Hold that tight. Chain 1. This first round is the hardest round. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put 1 single, 1 half double, and then 2 doubles. And then I'm going to pull that out far. There, we're done with our first round. Now what you want to try to do is find that beginning tail if you can, and pull it, and it'll close the center circle up a little bit. And if it's not closed up enough for you, I'll probably just sew mine together at the end a little bit more. Okay, now what we're going to do is start in our first white one, or the first one that we did. So right here, there's the strings hanging everywhere in there. It's embarrassing, but there's nothing I could do about it. Look, they're starting to get all tangled and stuff. Okay, so go ahead and put that long string back on your hook. Now what we're going to do is we're going to start in that very first single crochet, and we're going to put 2 double crochets in it. So we did a single, a half double, and 2 doubles. So that was 4 stitches. We're going to put 2 double crochets in each of those 4 stitches, starting with the first single. Not this chain 1 that's way down here, the first single. We don't do anything with the chain 1s. So just go ahead and yarn over and go through that first single crochet and put 2 doubles. So it starts to get a little easier now, other than your tails start getting tangled up. And now we're going to go to the next stitch and put 2 doubles. And the next stitch and put 2 doubles. And then the next one is, it's kind of here where you pulled the yarn out. What I do is grab that and hold it down so I can put my 2 doubles into that last stitch. Just like that. Now we're done with that, so we're going to pull it long, and we're going to move on to this next one, which is right here. So go ahead and put this one on your hook and pull it down to get it tight on there, and we're going to do the same thing again. So starting with the first single crochet, put 2 doubles into it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sometimes they're tight to get into. There we go. So 2 doubles. So 1. And 2. Now 2 doubles again into the next 3 stitches. There's always 4 stitches there because we did the single, the half double, and the 2 doubles. So we put 2 double crochets in each of those 4 stitches. And here's that last one, so you kind of gotta pull this over and hold it so you can go into that one. Okay, now we're done with that one again, so pull it out. And then we're going to start with this white one. So go ahead and find your string that you pulled and pull it tight again up on your hook. And we're going to do the same. We're going to put 2 double crochets in each of these 4 stitches, starting with that very first single crochet that we did. And then this last one, just kind of hold your loop down there so you can go into that one. Okay, pull it out. You're done with that one. And we got this last one here, this red one. So go ahead and get your long loop that you pulled out and pull it tight again. Now this one, you can see is longer because that's our first one. But you want to do 2 double crochets into the first 4 stitches. We don't count that chain 1. So you go into the first single crochet, count back there, there you go, and do 2 double crochets, and then 2 double crochets in the next, and then 2 double crochets into the next, and then 2 double crochets into the next. So that is 8 stitches there because we did 2 double crochets into the first 4 stitches. So go ahead and pull this one long. We're going to move it up to the next one now. So this white one here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to start off by putting 1 single crochet into the next, or I'm sorry, I am so sorry, 1 double crochet into the next stitch. Just 1 double. And then the next stitch will get 2 doubles into the same stitch. And then the next one will be 1 double. And then the next one will be 2 doubles. And we're going to do this until we get to the end of our end of this red row here. 1 double. And then 2 doubles. One double, and your last stitch should have 2 double crochets in it, and that's this one here. So we kind of gotta hold this over like that, and then put 2 doubles into that last stitch. Pull that long. Now we're going to start right here with this red one. So get it on your hook, pull it down tight, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to start by putting 1 double crochet into the very first stitch, and then 2 double crochets into the next. 1 double into the next, and then 2 doubles into the next. 1 double, and then 2 doubles. 1 double, and then your last one will be this one here, and it gets 2 doubles. So kind of hold these to the side so you can go ahead and put your 2 doubles into that last stitch, just like that. Pull it up, grab your next one here, your next big loop, and pull it back down, and we're going to repeat that again. Start off with 1 double into the first stitch, and then 2 doubles into the next. 1 double, and then 2 doubles. 1 double, and then 2 doubles. 1 double, and then 2 doubles right here into this last stitch, like that. Now you can pull that long, and then grab your next one and pull it back down tight on your hook. I know you probably got a big tangly mess, because I do. So you can see that this was long now. So what we're going to do is we're just going to work over the first 8 stitches, starting with 1 double crochet into the first stitch, and then 2 double crochets in the next. So we're just going to repeat this pattern until we've worked over 8 stitches. So that we worked over 2. So the next one gets 1 double crochet, and that's working over 3. The next one gets 2 double crochets. So there we've worked over 4 stitches. The next one, 1 double crochet, and that's 5 stitches. The next one is 2 double crochets, and now we've worked over 6. The next one is 1 double crochet, and that's worked over 7 stitches. And the last one is working over the 8th stitch, and we put 2 double crochets into that stitch like that. Now that's as big as I'm going to make mine, because I'm going to put a border around mine. But if you want to make yours bigger, you just continue in the same manner that I just was doing. You start right here, and you start 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. You'd always end in 2. Pull it up and do the same thing, just like I've been doing. That's how the circle keeps increasing. So you can make it as big as you want. I mean, you can make it a big placemat if you want it, just by repeating that last row. It's just going to keep getting bigger each time. Okay, but what I'm going to do now is, now you can do 2 things with yours. You can make them square, or you can make them round, and I'll show you how to do both ways real quick. So for the square, what you want to do is pick up where we left off, right over here. We start with the white. Get my big mess here pulled out. That's the hardest part, is this big old tangly mess. Now what we're going to do, this is where we ended with the 2 double crochets. We're actually going to put 1 triple crochet into the next stitch. Now this is a triple, like that. And now in the next stitch, we're going to put 1 triple, a chain of 1, and then 1 more triple. So that's going to form a corner. Now we're going to put 1 triple into the next stitch, and then 1 double into the next, 1 half double into the next, 1 single into the next, and then slip stitch into the next. And then you can tie that one off. So that is 1 corner, and thank you very much, Lulu, for sending me these scissors for Christmas. I really appreciate it. My scissors are so dull, and now I got some new ones, and they're super sharp. So that's 1 corner right there. So now we're going to pick up where we left off with the next one, the red, and we're going to do the same thing. So we're going to put 1 triple into the next, and the next one is going to get 1 triple. This is going to be the corner, a chain of 1, and then another triple into the same stitch, and then 1 triple into the next, and then 1 double into the next, 1 half double into the next, 1 single into the next, and then 1 slip stitch into the next. And then you can tie that one off. So now you can see you got 2 corners made of your square. Okay, we're going to move to the next one. Get it on your hook here, and we're going to do the same thing. 1 triple into the next, And the next one is going to be the corner, so it's going to get 2 triples, chain 1, or 1 triple, I'm sorry, a chain 1 and then 1 more triple. So that was 1 triple, chain 1, 1 triple into that next stitch, and then a triple in the next, a double into the next, a half double into the next, a single into the next, and then a slip stitch into the next, and tie that one off. There's your third corner. And now we got one more to do, so we're just going to do the same thing. So go ahead and pick that red loop up. And then we'll put 1 triple into the next. And the next one will be the corner, so it's going to get 1 triple, a chain of 1, and 1 triple in the same stitch. And now 1 triple into the next stitch, 1 double into the next, 1 half double into the next, 1 single into the next, and then 1 slip stitch. And then you can tie that off like that, and then we can sew in some of these tails, but I'm just going to clip them short real quick for the purpose of the tutorial. So that's what we got now. Now I'm just going to go, you got a square. Now I'm going to go around it with a row of white, and I'm just going to start. Sorry, I got a new camera stand. If you can tell, it's a lot higher. I don't know, tell me if you like it better than the other one. The other one, this was real short and it didn't show very much, but I don't know if I like it or not. You guys let me know if it's any better. Okay, I'm going to start into any one of these chain 1 spaces, and I'm going to start my yarn by chaining 1. I'm going to go back and work 1 double crochet, a chain 1, and then another double crochet. Now I'm going to work 1 double crochet in every stitch. And remember to get this one, because sometimes it hides, and you got to get that one or it'll be crooked. And I'm just going to hide my tails as I go. So 1 double in every stitch. Now when you make it over here to this little slip stitch, you can see it, you gotta go into that slip stitch and put a double crochet. So right like that, and then double crochet. It kind of starts to come loose as you're doing it, but that's okay because you can pull it tight. Now pull it tight like that, and now I'm going to go ahead and sew or crochet that tail in. I'm going to put 1 double crochet in every stitch until I get to my next chain 1 space. Okay, when you get to your next chain 1 space, you want to put 1 double, chain 1, and 1 double. And now we continue along, putting 1 double crochet in every stitch. Remember to get this very first one, because sometimes it hides and you got to get him. So 1 double in every stitch. We're working up here to this slip stitch. Now you just got to go right into the top of this slip stitch right here, and it's going to come loose, and that's fine because you can pull it tight again. See how when I did that it came real loose? Now all you got to do is just pull it tight like that, hold it there, and then one double in every stitch, and then you can crochet that tail in as you go. Do this until you get to your next corner. Here I am on my next corner, so it's going to be one double, chain one more double, and then I'm going to repeat this all the way around until I get back over here to my starting point. Okay, when you make it all the way around to the end, just go ahead and slip stitch into your first double crochet, not that chain one, but the first double, and then you can tie that off. And since we crocheted them tails in as we went, I kind of just pull the corners a little bit, that way it gets kind of square formed. We can pull them tight and clip them off since they're already all crocheted in. You don't have to sew them, which is always a good thing, I guess. Except for that last one there, I gotta sew that one up. Okay, so there's the square once I get this sewed in. So it's approximately 4 or 5 inches long. Now remember, you can make it a lot bigger. I'm using these for something, so I didn't use cotton, but if you want to make these for coasters, I would suggest cotton, like I said in the beginning. But they're 4 or 5 inches, and like I said, you could always make it bigger by just continuing in that same pattern of 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, and this thing will just keep getting as big as you want. Now if you want to make it round, here's where we ended before. So instead of squaring it off, I'll show you how to make it round. Let me move all this stuff out of the way. In case you want to make a round coaster, I'm not going to use this for anything, but I'll show you how to make a round coaster and how to put a pretty edge on it. So you ended there with your 2 double crochets. What you want to do is put 1 double crochet into the next stitch, and then 1 double crochet into the next stitch, and then 1 half double crochet into the next, 1 single into the next, and 1 slip stitch into the next. And then you can cut that off, and then we'll move to the next one and do the same thing. 1 double crochet into the next, 1 double crochet again into the next, 1 half double crochet into the next, 1 single into the next, and 1 slip stitch into the next. Tie that off. Again, you move to the next one. 1 double into the next, 1 double into the next, 1 half double into the next, 1 single into the next, and 1 slip into the next. Tie that off. And the same thing on the last one. 1 double in the next, 1 double into the next, 1 half double into the next, 1 single, and then 1 slip into the next, and tie that off. So now it's rounded off, and again you can make it big as you wanted and round it off the same way. So I'll just go ahead and show you how to put a little border on it in case you wanted to make these for a coaster. And remember, use cotton if you're going to be making it for a coaster, because cotton absorbs water a lot better. So we're going to start, just find any one of these slip stitches. See this one? Start in the next stitch. And we're going to start our yarn, and we're going to chain 1. And we're going to put 1 single crochet back into that same stitch. Like that. And now I'm going to skip 1 stitch, and I'm going to put 4 double crochets into the next. I'm using white. You don't have to use white. You can use red or whatever colors you use. Just use whatever you want. So 4 double crochets. And now I'm going to skip one, and I'm going to put a single crochet into the next. So skip this one, single crochet into the next. Again, I'm going to skip one and put 4 double crochets into the next. And this is kind of what I'm going to do all the way around, in case you wanted to make a pretty coaster, just to add a little border on it. So there's 4, skip one, single crochet into the next, skip one, 4 double crochets into the next. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the next one you can see is that slip stitch. So you skip that one and skip this one and single crochet into the next. Don't get it confused. You can see the slip stitches right here. It goes into this stitch. So skip this, single crochet into the next. And I'm going to hide that that tail, pull it tight as I go. Skip one, 4 single crochets into the next. Now, if you don't like hiding tails as you go, you can sew them too. I mean, that's completely up to you. If you'd rather just sew them in. Skip one, single into the next. Skip one, and 4 doubles into the next. So I'm going to repeat this pattern all the way around until I get back to the beginning. And this just kind of puts a little bit of a fancy edge on it. Skip one, single. Skip one, 4 doubles. Now you're skipping this slip stitch, so I always pull it tight, skip it, and single crochet into the next. Skip one, 4 doubles into the next. So I'm going to repeat this until I get back to the beginning. Okay, I made it all the way around, and I'm going to skip this last slip stitch, and I'm going to slip stitch into my first single crochet here. And now I'm going to tie that off, and I'm going to hide some of these tails. Some of them got sewed in, I got to sew in, and some of them got hidden. So I'm going to cut these off for the purpose of the tutorial, because I'm not going to be using this square here. I just wanted to show everybody how to make a round if you wanted to make a pretty coaster or something, you know. So I'm going to go ahead and hide all these tails real quick. I got to hide a few of them. This long one here and probably this red one here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. Okay, I got all my tails hidden, and there they are. So you got the square one here, which I'll be using for something later. Like I said, I think I'm going to make a baby dress out of it. And then I got the round one I just did for show, in case you wanted to make a pretty coaster or something on it. And just remember to use cotton for that. But that's it. It's actually pretty easy once you get past that first row of all that tangly mess. But I hope you enjoyed my tutorial. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to check out all my other tutorials. I got hundreds of them. And until next time, have a good day.